Welcome to another episode of How Do I Fix That Image? So, Letha, thanks so much for asking about this, and so ready to help. And I'm going to start out by saying that this is a perfect candidate for Inkscape. So, the first thing that I would do here is I would go to inkscape.org. Totally free program. I've been using it for about 20 years. Under the download tab, or download now right here, doesn't matter. Grab the Windows link, and then most people use 64-bit. This is like Surface Pro. And then I would just get the Windows installer package right here. So just click that and download it. I think that's actually started the download. That's all you have to do. And then when that gets downloaded to your computer, then you can just install it. So now it's there, just install it. So I've already got Inkscape installed. And I'm guessing that it might be one of your first times using Inkscape. So the first thing that I want to show you, mine's still booting up here, it takes a second. It's a fast program and it's a light program, but it always takes a little bit on startup. I like to go to File, Document Properties, and make sure that that checkerboard is on. Otherwise, you're looking at whites. And it's really nice to actually have the checkerboard set up. So that's what I do. And there's a way that mine starts with the checkerboard on, and I've noticed some people struggling with that. So I don't know how I set my preferences. I'm sure we could Google that and figure out how to make it always start. But just go to File, Document Properties, and just turn on your checkerboard. Okay? And then this image, so let's download it. Hang on. And it might have a transparent background in the version that you have. It very well might. And I don't know, though, because it's not shared via Google Drive. So it's got a white background in the version that I'm seeing now. And it's nice and big, 1545 by 2000, so it's about 5 inches wide, about almost 7 inches tall, like 6 point something. And so it should be just fine to go ahead and trace it. Now, if you wanted more detail, you could upscale it first, but I'm going to not try to complicate this tutorial. So I'm just going to drag this in and drop it on the stage. So I've just took it from my folder. I had my folder off camera there, and I just drugged that onto the stage. And we're just going to trace it. So we're going to go to Path, Trace Bitmap. And since the image is selected, see, here's my Layers panel. That image is selected. Here's my trace bitmap. Then it's showing up in the preview here. And I'm just going to hit apply. And when I do that, as I hit apply, I just kind of watch to see if I see weird stuff happen. Didn't see any weird stuff happen this time. It looks like it came in perfect. I don't see any problems at all. So now I've got an SVG, a vector trace of the file. Okay? So I'm going to do Control-Shift-R, and what that does is it fits it to the stage, so it's Control-Shift-R on your keyboard. You can also go to Document Properties and click that Resize to Content. Now that acts differently based on what's selected. So like, if we broke this image up, I'm going to do Control-Shift-K. Now it's all broken up. I'm also teaching you a little more about Inkscape. And if I had this just formed as one path, and I had this selected, and then I did Control-Shift-R, it's going to fit just to that one thing, So I'm just trying to show you some things that might trip you up. So I'm going to hit Control-K to join everything again. If nothing's selected, and you do Control-Shift-R, it fits to the entire document. Okay, so this phrase cracks me up. I do this too, but I do it with images. So, all right, so now we're going to go to our fill and stroke. So we're going to do Object, Fill and Stroke. So I'm on my Fill and Stroke panel, and I'm going to select the object, and literally just make sure you're in RGB mode, or at least that's what I recommend, and then just go all the way over. So it's just 255, 255, 255 if you want white. And then what I would do at this moment is I would save it. So I would save this as, I'm just saving it in my downloads folder. So I'm going to save it as genealogist, disturb the dead. right? And so I've got it saved as an SVG, and I can now edit it however I like, later. So now I'm going to export it as a PNG. So I'm just going to go to File, Export. This is the Export tab. So File, Export, and then once you have it open, you can just export it right here. And this is my stack that I keep open right here. This is my align and distribute, text, trace bitmap, fill and stroke, and my layers and objects. Oh, if you don't have layers and objects, you go to Object, Layers and Objects. Okay. Now, how big to export it? So I don't know how big you're printing it. It'd be best to export it right at the print size that you want. I'm going to do 4,500 pixels because that's way bigger than probably you'll need. So I'm going to do 4,500, and the height's just going to adjust. So I just click, change the width, height adjusted on me. 5,700 is the max height that I go. So if this was any taller than it was wide, I would probably have gone, I wouldn't have let this get past 5,700. That's 15 by 19. Okay, and I'm not going to change the aspect ratio. I'm going to keep it locked because we don't want to distort the text, distort the design. All right, so now here's the name of it, and I'm just going to put 4,500 PX RTP, and then I'm going to put my name so everybody knows I did this. I messed it up, and I'm just going to hit export. Now, before I do, I'll see that DPI is set to 228. Well, you can't change that here. Oh, I also will point out that I'm on page, document, page, selection. That's what you're exporting. I'm exporting the whole page, and we fit it to the page, so it's going to be great. So I'm just going to hit export on that. So now I have one more step to do because you could actually upload this just as is, but I don't want it to confuse you because the DPI is wrong. So I'm actually going to open this up in photop.com. I'm going to open from computer, grab that image, and I'm just going to do the image size. I want to have resample off, and I'm just going to change this. See, it's coming in as 1922 because the DPI is set to 229. That has nothing to do with the actual quality of the image, but just changing this to 300 and then hitting OK, and then just doing File Save. And it's going to ask if it can edit the file because it's in a browser. And I'll say Save Changes. Okay. And then I'm going to upload this for you. So we have our customer service folders here. And I'm just going to make a new folder. Oh, I need to go look your name up again. Don't want to misspell somebody's name. And I'm going to create that. And then I'm going to go find that folder. And I'm just showing you this because if I sent this back to you on Facebook, of course, you would just see a white block. And I'm actually probably going to do that anyway just so you can see it, just so everybody can see it. All right, so now I'm just going to drop the file in here. So I've got it in my folder here down on my computer. And I'm just going to grab it and drop it on there. And now that's ready to go. And I'm just going to do share. You want to make sure that it's shared with, I'm just sharing it with everybody with the link can be a viewer of it. Okay, I'm just going to copy that link. And then I'm going to go back here to our little thread. And I'm going to say, this has been cleaned up. Here is the link. Boom. And just send it like that. And so what's wild is if I share this now like this, if I actually just send you the image too, I'm sharing the preview here as well to prove a point that I cover in the video. All right, so now if I share that, that's just going to be white. So I'm going to finish recording the video, and I'm going to upload it to YouTube so you have it, and I'll put that link here as well. Hey, I hope this helps. We are standing by ready to help with what you need. Take care.